Today we're racing the LLanfrynach 4 miler. Let's get on with it.
And we're off then. Welcome to the channel. This is the LLanfrynach 4 mile race, part of the 3, 4, 5 mile race series done near to Brecon. Although the race is in miles, I like to work in kilometres, and I was looking to hold around a 3:25 to 3:30 for this race. And as you can see at the start here, we did start off a little bit slowly, and I just had a little chat there saying, I don't know what we're doing, and I decide about now, as the pace drops to 3:40, 3:45, that, do you know what, I'm just going to go and have a little run. I just go over with a tempo effort and just go and do what I came here to do, which was run.
It's not 44.
Now, there are definitely a couple of faster runners in the race. I was under no illusions that I was going to win it, although I am running out in first place at the moment. But I feel like some of the others just wanted to have a slightly easier race. Not with me here. I'm going to lead it out, make it honest. As you can see there, so I've sped it up to kind of 3:30s per kilometre. That's nice and comfortable for me. 160 heart rate, 161 just going up there, so that's tempo effort, no problem at all. So although I am in the lead, I don't feel like I'm doing anything crazy. So here we are then, just coming up to the 1 kilometre mark, which we've gone through in 3:25, so probably a little bit quick, but not too bad considering it is mainly downhill at that point, so not bad at all. But now we are getting towards a hill, and here as well I could start hearing the guy behind me, who was the eventual winner. We will see him shortly. I could just hear him coming. I just kept my pace going and just waited for him. Here we go then. You can just see a little bit of arm on the right hand side. This is the inevitable pass. This was Dom, who goes past me here. Now he is a much better runner than me, and look at the way he just goes past, just tempo, out for a Sunday stroll, see you later. Now there was a bit of me, because I was feeling pretty good. I knew I was working, but I was feeling pretty good just going through the mile. I thought, shall I try and hang on to the back of him? Absolutely no chance. He is not even trying. So we'll see him at the finish line if he hasn't got on his car and gone in by then. But yeah, let's just keep going. He can run his race, I'll run mine. There we go then, we're just coming up to the 2 kilometre mark. We've gone through in 3:24. Now there's a bit of an up and a bit of a down in that one, so again, pretty good, maybe a little bit quick. But yeah, I was feeling good, and I wanted to have a good push and have a good run out, put myself under a bit of pressure. So there, as you can see, Dom gone off into the distance there. He'll just keep getting further and further ahead. So at this point I'm in second place, and I know there are a couple of runners behind me, or 2 or maybe even 3 runners behind me, that will be trying to run me down. They normally are a bit more conservative at the start and will kind of breeze past me at some point possibly. But today I am feeling strong, and I am just going to keep going and do the best I can, and we'll see how that goes. Now as we go around this hairpin, I do have a little look, and I can see that they are not far behind me there, so I'm just all about keep my form going. There I come in, and just it's never nice being hunted down like this, but I knew that I was running well. I didn't need to speed up anymore. Look at that pace. I'm doing, it is downhill. I was doing 3 minutes per kilometre, 3:20. There's nothing wrong with that at all, so it's just about staying confident. You might be being caught, but you are running well, so just don't stress. So here we are then, jumping on ahead a bit, going up to the 3 kilometre mark, and yep, we've come through in at 3:25. So again, pretty good. I'm staying quite consistent, but then this is where it gets harder because the hills start coming. This is the lowest point of the course, and then we kind of go up a few hills, and then there's a relatively nice finish, but this is always the hardest bit. Every year you need to get here with something in your legs, because you're going to have to work a little bit. And what is it that we see? What is it that we hear to our right? Ah, here he is. It's Ed. So Ed, this is a bit later on. He normally breezes past me a bit earlier than this, but again, as I said, he'd done a bit of work to catch up. just as we go through 2 miles here. Now I was again feeling okay, so I thought I'm just going to run with them. So we have got Mike here as well. He might just pop in on the right hand side in a moment. Yeah, there he is. There's Mike, another Brecon Athletic Club athlete. So there's the 3 of us running together here. So my main thing was to just keep my composure, keep my form going. I was feeling okay, so I just carried on and ran with them. It's really important, if this does happen to you, just try not to get just swallowed up, because it can be quite demoralising when people go past you. But again, I was running well, I was feeling good, so I just thought, right, let's just keep going, keep nipping along as the best I can. So here we go then, we're just coming up to a bit of a local support with a flare. This is one of the local run clubs that goes out a couple of mornings a week in Brecon. As we go past, they give Ed a load of chip, which seems to spur him on, because he definitely picked up the pace a bit here. Yep, so there we go, off he goes. And then this is where I could feel my legs and knew that I didn't really have it to keep up with Ed possibly. And it was going to be a fight with Mike, who I can still hear behind me. I don't see him at this point, but I know he's there as Ed starts pushing along. I know there's a couple more little hills here before we get a little downhill and then the last kind of push, but Ed just kind of, just started moving away, looking super comfortable. But yeah, I was still working. I'm still happy with what I was doing. Here we go then, yep. Going through the 4th kilometre in a 3:35, so considering the up, that was pretty good. Happy with that. I probably had to slow down a little bit, but it was just working, and it just is what it is in this race. You just got to take it as it comes and just know that you're going to be working at this point of the race. There we go, the lovely bit of support as we go through here for both myself and Ed. And then we're going to a nice hill. Now this is the bit where you just really have to grind, because it does get quite steep. As you see, Ed just making it look like it's no bother at all. And I am, in say the pain cave, because I don't really go there. I haven't got the minerals for it. But yeah, I am working quite hard to stay somewhat close to him. And again, with Mike behind me, I just know I've just got to keep pushing, get to the top of this hill, and then see if I can keep turning my legs over. So there we go then, 3 miles. I know at this point that I only had 1,600 metres to go, a mile, 4 laps of the track. It's not that bad, but we're still, although we're coming downhill a little bit, there's still a tiny bit of hill to go up over the top, and then we turn back towards LLanfrynach and the home straight. But it's just, this is the bit where you just got to keep going and keep pushing. I can remember thinking, just slow down a little bit. No, do not slow down. Speed up, be strong. We're so close to getting there. We're coming up to the 5 kilometre mark. Kilometre to go, and then the 400 metres or whatever will be so easy. So 3:38, again slower, but that was just not a very nice hill at all. We are coming over the top of it. You can see Ed off in the distance, Mike directly behind me. I know it is going to be an absolute battle with Mike until the end at this point. And a bit of advice here for everybody watching. Here is how not to take a corner. So we need to be going left here. No, should we sidestep? Yeah, I took that pretty wide there. Absolute state of that. I've got my legs going again. And now we're managing to get into the little downhill here. And so it's just getting your legs turning over, get moving, and try and stop Mike from coming past. Here we are then, just coming up to the 6th kilometre. Struggle City at this point. 3:29, so I've pulled it back a bit, but there is a downhill, so that was a little bit slower. My heart rate is at 175. My max is about 183. I think I got it to in this race, which is higher than I've got it for a long time. So 175, I am working, and it is only going to go up from there. So under 400 metres to go. 300 metres, just coming into the village of LLanfrynach. I'm absolutely working really hard here, but just kind of coasting, not at full whack, because I know I can hear Mike behind me, but at the same time I don't want to go too early. So I know that once I get around this corner there is a bit of a sprint to be had, and that's where I start picking it up, just kind of winding it up. Here we go. and then I will leave you to the sounds of the finish.
Well done, guys. Right.
So there we go then, 3rd place for me. Very happy with that. We'll be back for the 5-mile race in a couple of weeks' time. I'll see you then.